Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome to yet another unboxing, and in this case I'll be unboxing the ASUS notebook PC. Now I'm going to show you the box around first and then we're going to see what's inside and finally maybe some benchmarks. Now guys, I'm actually taking this notebook on holidays with me, so it might be that another video will take some time to deliver, so bear with me there. So okay, the box: inspiring innovation, persistent perfection, the usual ASUS slogans. On this side we don't have that much more, as you see. What else is there? Here we just have model information and the price, which says here €500, but it wasn't. A bit cheaper than that, and yeah, so that's it. Let's see quickly the specifications. The model is X54C. Now guys, for those who are interested in some nice notebook that looks apart, that has Windows 8, touchscreen maybe, sleek design, this is not for you. And especially if you want to have a good battery life, that's definitely not the case. Now, what we have here, you probably would be able to see it better that way, is the Core i3 processor, clocked at 2.2, I think, isn't it? So I don't see it there, but I think it's 2.1 or 2.2 gigahertz. Now that's dual core with the hybrid threading, so Windows will see it as a 4 cores, has 500 gigabyte hard drive, has DVD, wireless N, gigabit I think, port, network port, and it has USB 3.0, has HDMI and VGA outputs. So let's get it open. Right, so to open the box, I'm simply going to use my cutter to release that top sticker. That's a kind of seal. Once it's broken, you can open the box. The box is really nice, and it's just a cardboard box, but it's neat nonetheless. And then you can take it out like that. Okay, I'll zoom out maybe a bit so you could see better. So there you have it. Inside, well, let's see, maybe there's something inside. It seems heavy enough, so that's probably a charge on the battery. And yes, it is. You have a power cord. Now in this case I use 3-pin UK cord. That's the battery. Now the battery is only 4-cell, I'm nearly sure it is. ASUS Computers Incorporated, some information booklet and things like that. I'm sure you all know how to use the battery. And the charger, the chip is like that. So you basically connect the power lead into here and listen to your laptop or notebook PC, because it is a personal computer after all. And the laptop is inside, so I'm going to slide it out. Lots of things will fall intentionally. And this is the laptop itself in some sort of a plasticky bag. So sealed inside is your manuals, I think. Let's see. Update information. The system recovery DVD is no longer included in product package. If you need to recover your notebook OS, refer to selection using recovery partition. So now that's not really necessary, guys. You can download the Windows 7 software for free as long as that matches, and I'm nearly sure you can just install using the key provided since you already purchased the product with Windows included. That's some sort of, what is that? Warranty card, not applicable to where I am, because the warranty is based on the receipt. And that's your notebook PC user manual in this nice plasticky wrapping, which I probably won't be opening because I'll be using the PDF manual that will be up to date as well. And this is the notebook itself. So let's have a look at the finish. And there you go, kind of like, I don't know how you'd call it, a bit textured finish, kind of matte with the shiny ASUS logo. Pretty standard, but that's all you need. Let's see. On this side, I'll have to cover that for you guys. You have Windows 7 sticker and some information, model version and things like that. And obviously your battery slot. Now, in terms of upgrades, what you can do is, sorry, I just have to cover that. There's a screw here and over there. So basically what you do is you undo them 2 screws, and I think you slide it open, and that's it. There might be a screw hidden out there. I'm not really sure, guys. I haven't tried it yet. So, but anyway, the screws are all over the place, so update shouldn't be a problem. As an upgrade, I should say, which is basically your RAM, your... What else can you upgrade? You can put an SSD, you can put maybe a Blu-ray, I don't know, whatever you want. In terms of ports now, you have the VGA, HDMI, and USB 3.0 on this side. You have a LAN. Let's see, doesn't say whether it's a gigabit LAN. I can update you on that later. Remind me if I don't. That's your DC input, so that's for your charging and standalone. Now I bought this laptop, guys, for using in the house to replace my desktop PC, more or less, for basic tasks. Because it's i3 after all, 4 cores, 2 physical cores and 2 hyper-threaded. Here you have another USB port, which I think is 2.0, I'm nearly sure it's 2.0. You have a DVD multi-recorder, which is basically DVD and CD recorder, I think. And you have a Kensington slot, which pretty much is useless. But anyway, nonetheless, nice to have. And let's open it and see how it looks inside. So, like so, like any other laptop or even notebook. You have this thingy to protect the screen basically in shipping, which is pretty standard. You have a full keyboard. I'm going to show it to you guys. So there you have it. You have a full keyboard layout with a numeric keyboard included, and in the corner here we have some iSchool technology advertised. Now iSchool, what is that? Basically, according to ASUS, the motherboard design it's populated on both sides of the board, and all the hot components are put on the bottom. So when you keep in your hands on the top, it won't be as hot. Now, when I was buying this in the shop, they had this model on, and it was on pretty much all day for people to use, and it was really warm in the shop now, guys. And I couldn't hear the fan at all. Now, mind you, the shop environment is not quite house, but still there was no fan audible there, and it was cool enough to the touch, so I could say that technology works. We'll see that a bit later. Now, what do we have here? Palm-proof technology. I think that's basically when you're typing, when you can put the palm like that so it wouldn't start doing some crazy things, but I haven't tried that yet either. And then you have Instant On, which is pretty much, I suppose, standard thanks to Intel and other guys. And you have USB 3.0, which we know, NG-Stack compliant, yes. And Core i3, very important, guys. If you want a notebook or notebook or laptop for your everyday task with some little bit of number crunching, Core i3 I think is a must these days. I think there's an Intel B series CPUs which is dual core but not hyper-threaded. These guys are okay too, but I would go with the Core i3, especially if you're going to work from mains, which I will, and it's Windows 7 by the way. I think it's 64-bit. I'm gonna clarify now. Let's see. Windows 7 Home Premium, doesn't say, but I'm nearly sure it's 64-bit. I saw it advertised as 64-bit, so I hope it is. So there you have it, guys. That's the basic thing. I'm just gonna put in the battery, I think. Just give me one sec. Okay, yeah, let's power it on. Now, ideally, guys, when you buy laptop or any device, battery operated device, try to not to use it with the battery straight away. Maybe charge it first, and especially charge it when it's off. The reason for that is basically your battery needs to form, but in this case I'm just going to use it for a couple of seconds. Still not recommended, but oh well. Oh, by the way, it has a webcam as well integrated, so I assume it has a microphone. I think it's over here. It has nice speakers. Now I'll show you that quickly while it's resuming Windows. Hope you guys can see. It's Untitled Lansing, is it? Not so how we pronounce it. Now these speakers are quite good actually, guys. I had laptops before with them and they didn't disappoint me too much. Sorry for twisting the camera there a bit. So starting up Windows. Now guys, this is the first boot up, at least for myself, so I don't know what to expect yet. I suppose I can chat a bit about viewing angles. Viewing angles are not that bad on this laptop. I tried it in the shop from different sides and it wasn't too bad. Considering it's the cheapest laptop except some HP and some other brands that I wouldn't really buy. So it's the cheapest laptop. It wasn't too bad for the screen and all that performance. So give me a few seconds there. I'm going to set it up quickly and we're going to resume there. Okay, and we're back. So I'm just going to show you guys so you could see. Maybe zoom in a bit. Maybe a bad idea, not on this camera. Okay, so this is the laptop. As we see, for some reason it's set as... Oh, actually, sorry, it's not set as a different language. I can set the language now. So we set my language as English. Next. Suppose let's set Ireland so the clock and everything would be right. Type in username. So let's go with Ed's Drafts. Password, not now. And the usual, I accept these and that. Bing bar required to use this computer. Now guys, you don't really need a Bing bar, you can just simply uninstall it the moment you switch it on. I thought the time would be automatic, but what do you know? So I'm in Dublin. Set just that, wireless of some sort around. No, don't need wireless. We'll be using wireless later. So yeah, that's your setup basically. That's as much as there is. And your DVD drive to show you quickly. Just like that, DVD/CD I suppose. And it's just gonna restart the computer now and we're gonna resume there shortly. Now guys, just to interrupt there quickly, this has a hard drive and that's a huge bottleneck on the system. What I would highly advise you to do is if you buy something like that and you want a Swift notebook to carry around even in the house with not too much storage, because obviously you probably have already external drives and whatnot, put in an SSD, 120 gig at least, and that would be plenty for all your needs and it'd be much faster, I can guarantee that. Now I'm planning to do it later with this PC. The moment I do this, I'm going to update this video with the part 3 I suppose, because part 2 is going to be some benchmarks and things like that, so you can see the performance there. I was sorry guys for the long video, I just wanted for you to see exactly how long this thing boots up and things like that. Now it has some software like face recognition on the camera and things like that, but I mean, if you want to maximize your battery life, little small things like that you can just uninstall, so make it as clean and as empty as possible, so it would basically reduce the CPU cycles that you don't really need. Now for the webcam, guys, don't expect much, I can tell you that straight away, because it's pretty small. I'm pretty sure it's just focused at one point. You won't be able to do any manual focusing or anything like that on it, and it's not, how you call it, is it an autofocus? It's just like a pinhole camera, so the quality would be pretty poor. It's 0.3 megapixel, which would be enough if that was a good camera, but I'm pretty sure it's just a basic performer for your Skype application basically. Now it's taken a while because obviously the partition was just formatted, so all the applications are on but they're not fully probably installed. So when it says preparing my desktop and things like that, just all the packages are now unpacking and they're getting ready to be used first time. So let's go through the keyboard quickly and see what's there while it's booting up. So you have obviously escape key, you have a sleep key, you have wireless key, you have your brightness up and down key. Then for the external monitor, then for the trackpad off, volume keys, and all other standard keys there. You have a numeric keypad, which is really handy if you want to do some calculations on this laptop, maybe for your home budget or anything like that. And you have standard keys there. I'm not sure what this 1 and 6 is for yet. We're going to find that out sometime later, but for the moment I'm not sure. On the trackpad you have standard trackpad. As you see, my mouse is already live to an extent. And you have 2 buttons. Here we have LED for power, for battery life, for hard drive usage, Wi-Fi, and that's caps lock and non-lock, I think. So let's see, back up to this and that. So obviously what ASUS is telling me is back it up. And we're not going to do that just yet. I'm going to start the PC. I'm not going to install anything straight away on it yet, so that's not a big issue. And it's still booting up. Let's see for viewing angles actually. I thought it would be a bit better, but anyway. There's from the side, looking straight at the camera. From another side. And then tilted away. I thought it would be better. In the shop it definitely seemed a bit better, but well, maybe panels are not all the same. So you get some difference performance there, and the desktop is appearing, so that's my 4 stars. Now I hope you guys can see it actually. Let's zoom in a bit. I know the video will go a bit darker probably, but anyway. So we have obviously recycle bin, the usual bits. We have some gadgets there. My bit case, I have no idea what's that. That's for ASUS. My battery is obviously low because I haven't charged it at all yet. Then we have some ASUS folder, ASUS Wi-Fi center, connect and all that stuff. Pretty much useless stuff, guys, really, to be honest with you. Computer. Let's see how they divided the OS. So you have 186 gigabytes here, so basically nearly half the drive for OS, and you have half the drive for your data, which is pretty handy, guys, because that's how I would recommend you to do. ASUS web storage drive, so everything what you need there. Now I assume there is a Cyberlink media suite, which I'm not sure if it's activated. Then there's some antivirus, McAfee, I think. Actually not sure how to call it up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, McAfee Internet Security. So it's already installed, activated by 1st of February. So it's just a trial after all, guys. Now I have a Norton antivirus, so it's not a big deal. Now quickly I'm going to show you just what do we have there. We have obviously Core i3 CPU, 2.1 gigahertz, so not 2.2, 4 gigabytes of RAM. We have 64-bit operating system, thank God to that, or I suppose thank ASUS for that. No pen or touch input available for this display, which is fine, because it's Windows 7 after all. I actually wanted a PC with Windows 7. I don't like this Windows 8 modern GUI or whatever you call it. Now here we have Intel HD 3000, which is pretty neat. And you have 4-core display, which is actually 2 cores, and another 2 is hyper-threaded, so basically just software based more or less. What else do we have? Hard drive. Let's see, we have Toshiba drive. which is basically 500 gigabyte version. And that's it, guys, for the unboxing. Really, there's not much to show you there, much else to show you there, I should say. This is the laptop, and let's do one quick run. Let's shut it down completely, and I'm gonna power it on. So shut down, and just see what's the time roughly to do these things. Now I can assure you the viewing angles are a bit better than they look on the camera, and it's done. But anyway, so there we go. I'm gonna press it now, and your power on button appears, and you have hard drive indication, and you have some wireless and things like that, but wireless is obviously disconnected. And there we're going into Windows. Obviously a bit slower than my desktop computer, but I have 3570K, so what do you know, should be faster. As I said, this was the cheapest computer of them all. Now it might be slow at the moment, just to remind you guys, but once you have proper SSD installed, or any SSD for that matter, it would be much faster, because remember guys, this is a laptop grade hard drive, so it's smaller, it's a bit slower, you know, to allow for your battery life and for the size that we have here. So obviously you can put in full-fledged hard drive. But yeah, so obviously maybe it's still updating some applications and like that, because it's pretty slow even for the hard drive base. Later, when we're going to do the benchmarks, I'm going to actually install the proper operating system, as I call, which is basically everything wiped out, and install Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit fresh from the start, from the download. I think Microsoft allows that to download this officially through a few websites. And then I'm going to install the ASUS drivers only, and then we're going to do some benchmarks. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. If you liked the video, click the like button and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them at the comment section down below. And thanks you guys for watching. I will see you next time in my another video, which is basically going to be some benchmarks and things like that. Okay, so thanks for watching and have a good day.